James Holder for iFL TV in association with Macklin's Gym Marbella. We're in Boston today. With me I've got Gary O'Sullivan. How was that?
Good.
Was that a good accent?
Good, James. You're getting there,
What was that accent?
It was kind of like a Boston Irish accent.
Really?
That wasn't even close.
Or Irish.
Also joined by Pascal Collins. How are we doing?
Everything's good. Back in my old hunt.
Many times spent in Boston. Much time spent?
15 years.
Yeah.
Probably more, like on and off, probably more, but it's my second home. I actually hold American passport too. Okay. So I love being here. Okay. I love the sunshine too.
Also joined by Ken from the Dropkick Murphys. How are we doing?
How you doing? Welcome to Boston.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I thought he was going to bust that into song then.
No, God no. Wouldn't put you through that.
Mike, I mean, you're here, you're in Boston. Big fight, big chance for you to impress in front of a good American audience. How's everything going?
It's been going fantastic since I arrived. Thanks to Kenny sorting us out, looking after us as usual. Gotta thank him for everything he's done for me. Everything's been great. All good.
How much do you know about your opponent?
I know he's got power. He's got a good record. He's 30 fights, 29 wins, 23 knockouts. So he's must have power, of course. I've watched a short clip of him. He looks wild and strong and aggressive, but I think that suits me. I like a guy that come in like that, and I'm going to catch him and knock him out.
I think I watched the same clip, having a look at his box record as well. He hasn't fought much out of the Dominican Republic, so it's again, how do you think he's going to deal with that? And having you clumping him ain't going to be an easy task, is it?
No, I think it's his hardest fight to date. I fought at a higher level. Boston's home away from home for me. I got the support here on my side. I think it's going to be a tough night for him.
I mean, do you like Boston? Are you going to be fighting out of Boston now for the foreseeable future? How's everything going to work? I suppose that's more of a question for Ken more than anyone.
Can I just say I don't like Boston a lot? I love it.
Good answer. I think obviously Spike has a home here. We'll continue to fight here, but I also think we know that to fight back in Ireland and even to fight over in the UK as well is a rabid boxing fan base, and we're already talking about, well, we'll talk about it after this fight, but we have plans to hopefully have the next fight be back in Ireland. So yeah, we're not short-sighted to say we're taking them to Boston and don't want to ever go back and fight at home. Everyone wants to fight at home, but I'm happy that this feels like a second home to him.
When I say the words Chris Eubank Jr., what goes through your mind?
Well, not many people know about him out here, so I think he's just a plonker, to be honest with you. I think deep down he definitely doesn't want to fight me. He's scared. I think with all the connections with PASCAL Collins and Steve Collins, and the Cork connections with his daddy being beat around Cork twice by Pascal's brother Steve, and the Irish thing, the Shamrocks. I think the whole thing is too much for him to handle, and I really think deep down he just does not want to fight.
I mean, Billy Joe Saunders fought him. There's talk of the rematch. Interesting enough, I see such a great respect between yourself and Billy Joe Saunders. Two people that try and knock lumps out of each other. That's fantastic to see. It really is fun.
Yeah, well, we fought for 12 rounds. We sparred, for 40 rounds. We spent over 2 hours in the ring with each other. So we got great respect for Billy Joe. When I went over there sparring with him in London, couldn't have treated me better. I wouldn't have a bad word said about him. He's a great guy. We're keeping contact a lot, and he's one of my best friends in boxing.
Celtic Warrior Gym, you're doing a fantastic job. You've been churning out some good fighters in the last probably 2-3 years. Well,
I mean, they're all winning, and that's the main thing. And we're kind of lucky. It's kind of a hub of boxing. Boxing in Ireland at the moment is really taking off. Spike's, the biggest problem we had with Spike before was keeping him active. He was promised lots of fights, wasn't getting them, and rather than keep Spike getting his heart, we kept him in the gym. And then I got the opportunity to speak with Ken Casey. Ken made the promises, if you come over here, we'll sign Spike, we'll keep him busy. And in the last year he's had more fights than last year he's had in the last 3-4 years. Spike's lucky at the moment. He's got sparring partners like Frank Buglioni, Luke Keeler, Brendan Fitzpatrick. He's got a real good camp of sparring partners. He's got a good fan base, good support. With the prize fighter champion John O'Carroll, Steve Ormond right now, we're looking at a couple of big things for him. Possible another world championship contender. But it's not a fact that gym is on a buzz at the moment. It's going to be, the gym's been there for the last 4 years. We've been building fighters, and it's going to get better, because the problem with Irish fighters in the past, they had to leave home to go to the UK, go to America to learn how to fight. Now they've got the best in Ireland, and I believe that in Spike, in the next 12 months we will have a world champion, possibly 2 world champions in the gym. And you know, as I say, Ken Casey is going to be putting Stevie Jr. on out here. He's going to be putting a heavyweight. We have Niall Kennedy on out here, so it's great help. It's great help. We could have had John O'Carroll here. Would have 15 hours.
I mean, Boston seems like a great city. Where should I visit while I'm here?
I tell you where the best place you could possibly visit is where I'm going to be going after my fight. It's McGreevy's Bar, the best bar in Boston by far.
You know what? I've been tweeted by a few, Rob Brennan and a few guys have tweeted me with that bar telling me I should visit.
It's just like
Ken Casey's bar.
Yes, Ken's bar.
Ken owns it.
bar.
Oh yeah.
It is, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
See, it's a mutual promotion here.
Yeah.
I promote him, he promotes me, you know.
Yeah.
But no, it's
By the
kind of
way,
going to be home to the fight.
Spike won't be drinking after the fight. We're just going there for the food and the coffee. It's good. He won't be drinking.
Yeah.
What, can I get a look at your hair? I had a look at it today. It looks great.
What a Barney, what an haircut. Hey? Spike's on it, trust me, I tell you.
New champs.
How do you think you see James DeGale giving on with Andre Durrell?
I think James is going to win. You know, I think it's his destiny to make history, become the first British man to win an Olympic gold medal and the professional world title. You know, and I'm rooting for him to win, and I think he's going to do it. Yeah, bring the title back to Britain.
Real likeable guy, James. How do you get on
Yeah,
with
he
him?
is. Oh, very, very nice. You know, he's like, Billy Joe. Again, two very nice guys. You know.
Yeah, sometimes the public don't see that side of him because he's always in camp or he's doing his thing. You don't, when you get to chat to him, sit down and off camera, he's very likeable, James, isn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. I've heard nothing but good stories about him, you know, and very likeable guy. You know, yeah, some people don't get to know him, but you know, when you know him, he's a top bloke.
All right, well, listen, I wish you the best of luck for this
Like
fight.
me.
And yeah, like you. Best of luck. You're actually off your nut. That's
I
the only way to describe
give myself a pat in the back there for that. My goggles, yeah. You know what? Actually, I forgot to tell you, James. Right? I actually just arrived in a day after the lads. I was expecting to get there a day before them. You know, I swam over. You know.
We have it on film. We have been swimming out the Atlantic coast in South Boston.
Yeah.
We're in axe strapped
I had
to
an
his
axe
back.
on my back. Yeah, I just stopped off at a few islands on the way and chopped a few trees down.
If you notice, there's not
We're
many
working on my
trees
power.
on this. There's not a lot of trees left on this street.
He was trying to make a canoe out of trees, but it didn't work, so we just swam.
Yeah, like to
Can't
work.
possibly comment on that. Listen, thank you for giving me some time. Best of luck, and we'll see you at the press conference tomorrow.
Always a pleasure, James. See you at the press conference tomorrow.